Hello there, you're watching Nightline. I'm Nakia Basharudin. The top stories. API readings hazardous in Miri, unhealthy in Klang. And 2 gang Tabuk members killed in shootout with cops. Welcome. Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad has described his responsibility as Prime Minister this time as 3 times heavier. In an interview with Indonesian media personality titled Mahathir Bicara Ulama dan Jokowi Catatan Najwa, Tun Dr. Mahathir explained that when he took over as PM then, the situation of the administration was very clean and finances were good. However, this time around, Tun Dr. Mahathir said he had to take over an administration that was dirty and corruption-riddled. The Prime Minister was posed a wide range of questions touching on religious education, politics, international affairs, Malaysia-Indonesia relations and his personal life. On transition of power to PKR President, Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim. Meanwhile, in his Eid al-Adha greetings uploaded on his Cerdet official Twitter account, Tun Dr. Mahathir called on Muslims to perform good deeds as demanded by Islam.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya serta isteri saya mengucap selamat menyambut Hari Raya Aidil-Adha pada tahun ini dan saya harap kita semua gembira dengan perayaan ini dan kita lakukan apa yang dikehendaki oleh agama kita. Sekian, terima kasih.
Meanwhile, his deputy, Datuk Sri Dr. Wan Azizah Wan Ismail, in her Eid al-Adha greeting, also called on all Muslims, especially in Malaysia, to embrace the true meaning of the deed of sacrifice performed in conjunction with Eid al-Adha, as it will not only enhance their faith in Allah, but also ensure that they will remain united. The Deputy Prime Minister said this was to avoid splits and to ensure that the sanctity of Islam will be preserved and that the well-being of the Muslim community would continue to be improved. Police have detained a man in his 40s and a woman in her 30s in connection with a road rage incident on Saturday, which left 1 person dead. According to a statement from the Kajang District Police Chief, in the 1:40 p.m. incident, the victim was involved in a fight with one of the suspects following an accident on the Plus Highway near the Bandar Baru Bangi exit. The 29-year-old victim was reportedly beaten with a baseball bat and was sent to a hospital in Nilai, Negeri Sembilan, where he was pronounced dead. Police are looking for witnesses of the incident to assist in investigations. The case is being investigated under Section 302 of the Penal Code. The haze situation is currently deteriorating in Sarawak and Selangor, with Miri reaching the hazardous level, while Klang recorded unhealthy readings. As of 10 p.m., the monitoring station at Miri Industrial Training Institute displayed an API reading of 370, which denotes hazardous. Kuala Baram and Samarahan, another location in the state, also saw unhealthy air quality since 6 a.m. This is according to the Department of Environment, DOE, which has 68 monitoring stations nationwide. Meanwhile, in Klang, the DOE also recorded poor air quality. Its monitoring station at Johan Setia showed an API of 108, which is also unhealthy. Other areas in Klang Valley are seeing moderate air quality. The haze situation is due to forest fires in Indonesia. Two members of the Tabuk gang, specializing in breaking into safe boxes, were killed in a shootout with the police in Ayer Melaka early on Saturday. Both suspects, believed to be foreigners in their 30s, died on the spot, while 2 other gang members, also foreigners, managed to escape. Malacca CID Chief ACP Muhammad Nur Yazid Idris said the incident unfolded when a CID team from Bukit Aman came across a Nissan Serena. On checking, he said, police discovered that the vehicle was carrying false vehicle registration plates. As police approached, the car suddenly sped off before it went out of control and crashed.
Salah seorang daripada mereka telah di tempat duduk penumpang hadapan telah melepaskan beberapa das tembakan ke arah pihak polis. Manakala di bahagian penumpang belakang telah keluar satu lelaki dengan bersenjatakan sebilah parang panjang dan sambil melibas-libas dan menyerang pihak polis. Manakala dua lagi suspek telah keluar sebelah kanan dan telah melarikan diri ke bahagian berluka berhampiran. Setelah berbalas tembakan selesai dan didapati dua suspek telah mati di tempat kejadian, di mana kedua-dua tidak ditemui sebarang dokumen diri dan dipercayai warga negara asing.
He added police seized a car, a revolver with 6 bullets, 4 parangs, a grinder machine and a wall boring machine. He said the gang was believed to have been active for the past 1 year and targeted safe boxes at businesses or factory premises. The search area for missing Irish teenager Nora Ann Coirin has been scaled down from a 6-kilometre radius to 4 kilometres from the place where she was last seen. Negeri Sembilan Police Chief Datuk Muhammad Mat Yusof said this was because police believed that the 15-year-old would not go far from the Dusun resort in Pantai where her family was staying at. Datuk Muhammad said the search and rescue operation will focus on steep slopes, bushy and rocky areas, as well as the resort she was last seen. He said the number of SAR personnel had been increased to 317. He added the SAR operation would continue until further notice. Asked whether the case would be reclassified as abduction, Datuk Muhammad said there was no evidence that Nora was abducted. He said the police who had been questioned by police included the taxi driver who had brought the Coirin family to the resort on Saturday, as well as the staff of the resort. He said locals with past criminal records were also being investigated. Meanwhile, Nora Ann's family for the first time appeared in public on Saturday to thank all those involved in the search and rescue mission despite Hari Raya Idul Adha taking place on Sunday. Her mother, Mabe Jasaprin Coirin, spoke via loudspeaker in the search area and expressed her appreciation to all involved for sacrificing their time, especially during the current festive season.
Morning, everyone.
Her husband, Sebastian Marie Philip, was with her when she made the emotional speech.
We want to say thank you to each and every one of you. We know you're searching night and day for Nora. We see you working so hard and also praying with us, being with us. We know you have given up your time, especially at a special festival time, to be with us here. It means the world to us, and we are so grateful for everything that you are doing for us, everyone here and everyone who is helping, who is not here. We are extremely impressed with the effort, your expertise, your dedication, and we hope you find Nora, and thank you so much. Terima kasih.
Nora, who has learning disabilities, arrived here with her family from London on Saturday for a 2-week holiday. The teenager was first reported missing the following day at 8 a.m. when the window in her bedroom was left open. Police have busted a cigarette distribution syndicate believed to be active in the peninsula and seized cartons of smuggled cigarettes worth 4.2 million ringgit in a raid in Mersing, Johor. Bukit Aman Internal Security and Public Order Department Director Datuk Sri Akril Sani Abdullah Sani said 5 men were nabbed during the operation. In a statement on Saturday, Datuk Sri Akril Sani said acting on public tip-off, an operation dubbed Op Asap was carried out by a Special Operations Command team. Police then recovered 25,750 cartons of U2 brand cigarettes. Cops also seized an Isuzu lorry as well as a Proton Wira car. He added the suspects detained are aged between 23 to 37 years old. All of them have been remanded for 3 days at the Mersing Police Headquarters to facilitate investigations under the Customs Act. In Johor, a senior citizen was killed after a fire engulfed a house that had been turned into a 24-hour car wash outlet at Jalan Yahya Awal in Johor Bahru on Saturday morning. According to the police, the 70-year-old victim, identified as Tan Chi Kin, was sleeping alone in his room when the fire broke out, while 3 other employees who were also inside the building managed to escape unharmed. Initial investigations from the Fire and Rescue Department's Forensic Division suggest that the fire was caused by a short circuit due to faulty wiring. Also in Johor, a Mercedes car at a petrol station in Jalan Pasir Pelangi was completely destroyed when it caught on fire while it was being refueled on Saturday. Johor Bahru Fire and Rescue Senior Fire Officer 2, Kilok Lampas, said that the department received a distress call at about 12:09 p.m. A team of 19 firemen from 2 fire stations was deployed to the scene to extinguish the blaze, which destroyed 80% of the vehicle. Fortunately, no casualties or injuries were reported. An investigation is underway to determine the cause of the fire and losses incurred. After this breather, Nightline's esports segment. We'll be right back. Now on to the esports segment for the latest updates on gaming and esports. Media Prima Digital, MPD, is collaborating with IGN Southeast Asia and MDEC to encourage a positive image of esports to the public and develop the regional ecosystem. MPD and IGNC will become the official media partners at the 5th annual Level Up KL conference happening later this year. The Level Up KL annual event organized by MDEC is for the people involved in the local video game development scene. Game developers, influencers and business partners gather during the conference to not only share ideas but attract new investments into esports. The event is scheduled to begin on November 6th, where the first 3 days will include business meetings and symposiums taking place at the Connection Conference and Event Center in Bangsar South. During the weekend, Level Up Play, which will be open to the public and will take place at the Kuala Lumpur Convention Center, KLCC, will allow gamers to experience the best of esports and gaming in Malaysia.
So Level Up KL 2019 is a consumer game event. It's organized by MDEC and IGN Southeast Asia and MyGameOn, which is a Media Prima digital game content platform, will be the official media partner for the event. And at Media Prima, we are very supportive about what the government wants to do for games and esports in general. And this is why we're supporting the initiative, because we want to be able to bring up the content.
As for the interactive media head at MDEC, Mohan Low, he hopes that the event can educate the public about various career opportunities in esports by having career zones for university students in the next event.
Level Up KL is the celebration, right? It's a game festival celebrating all the Malaysian games industry. We are hoping to see, great products coming out from here, great esports tournaments, and in general, a celebration, right, with the fans of the industry. Media such as IGN and MyGameOn is important, right, to highlight the successes that the industry has had, to make Malaysians realize, right, that the great work and talent that is available, right, in the Malaysian industry. I think they are also a voice, right, for our creators, right, to connect, right, again with the public.
According to him, in Malaysia, game revenue growth has picked up from 2016 to 2017 by 3.2%, reaching a staggering $587 million. He hopes that the local esports and gaming industry can grow rapidly, as well as put Malaysia's digital content and creative tech industry on the global map. MDEC has also been working closely with local video game developers Metronomic and Magnus. They revealed 2 exciting and unique new games that will be available to the public soon.
For my music will ripple to the rims of the universe and back.
Metronomic's debut game called No Straight Roads was set up by Wan Hazmir and puts music and sound at the heart of the gameplay. What's cool about the game is that it has Malaysian voice actors as well as music from our local scene. This game will be released globally on PlayStation 4 and on PC in early 2020. Meanwhile, the second game, Re-Legend, will be released this August 30th globally through Steam. The game by Magnus features farming, crafting weapons, and even catching your own magical monsters and even evolving them. Re-Legend also features various Malaysian cultural icons such as the Rafflesia hibiscus, the moonkite, or popularly known as Wow Bulan, and even nasi lemak. At least 18 killed as Lakima makes landfall in China. Details after this break. We're back with the foreign news. In China, at least 18 people were killed and 14 others were missing after Typhoon Lakima hit the eastern province of Zhejiang on Saturday, triggering a landslide, causing widespread transport disruption and the evacuation of more than 1 million people. According to local officials, the landslide occurred in the municipality of Wenzhou, which was in the path of the storm as it made landfall overnight. The monster storm earlier made landfall in Wenling City at 1 a.m. local time, packing winds of 187 kilometers per hour, bringing torrential rain and heavy winds that knocked out power and downed thousands of trees. Thousands of flights were cancelled and nearly 200 trains services through the city of Jinan in Shandong province had been suspended until Monday. The storm was predicted to reach Jiangsu province by the early hours of Sunday, passing through Shanghai and veering over the Yellow Sea, before continuing north and making landfall again in Shandong province. In Tanzania, at least 60 people perished and 70 others were injured when a fuel tanker overturned on Saturday and then exploded as people rushed to siphon off leaking fuel. The incident occurred in the Morogoro region, about 200 kilometers west of the port city of Dar es Salaam. According to Morogoro Governor Stephen Kebwe, the dead were mainly taxi drivers and local residents who flocked to the scene for the fuel after the crash. The governor said the explosion was triggered when a man tried to pull out the truck's battery, while witnesses said it was caused by one of the people looting the fuel who was smoking a cigarette. He also expected that the death toll could rise as many of the victims were in critical condition. North Korea has fired 2 missiles into the sea, its 5th such launch in recent weeks, to protest the U.S.-South Korea joint military drills. According to the South Korean military in a statement, the missiles were fired early on Saturday from near North Korea's northeastern city of Hamhung, flying 400 kilometers at a height of about 48 kilometers before splashing down in the sea between the Korean peninsula and Japan. Pyongyang has fired a series of missiles and rockets since U.S. President Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un agreed in a meeting in June to restart denuclearization negotiations. As thousands of Malaysians have already reached their hometowns to celebrate the Eid al-Adha, some have to stay and continue serving the country. And that includes us at TV3's News and Current Affairs Department. Now, we would like to take this opportunity to wish all our Muslim viewers Selamat Hari Raya Eid al-Adha. I'm Nakia Bashiruddin. Thank you for watching and happy holidays.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar walillahil hamd. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar walillahil hamd. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar walillahil hamd. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar walillahil hamd. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar walillahil hamd. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar walillahil hamd. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar kabira walhamdulillahi kathira wa subhanallahi bukratan wa asila. La ilaha illallah wa la na'budu illa iyyah mukhlisina lahuddin walau karihal kafirun. La ilaha illallah wahdah sadaqa wa'dah wa nasara 'abdah وأعز جنده وهزم الأحزاب وحده. لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر. الله أكبر ولله الحمد. الله أكبر، الله أكبر، الله أكبر. لا